Today we look at multiplying fractions. And the good thing for you is really in the world there is nothing really easier than multiplying fractions. Okay. When you multiply fractions, first of all, when you add fractions, you write them up and down. Multiplying, write them across, not up and down. For example, when the book gives you something like 1/2 times 3/4, by the way, the little dot is the same thing as a multiplication symbol. If you see the dot, it's the same as multiplying, so you don't have to worry about it if you like the thing there. Okay, you don't have to put it one over top of the other. And the very simple rule of multiplication is, okay, one of the very few things in the fraction world that is kind of logical. You simply need to multiply the two tops to get your new top number, or the two what? Numerators for your new numerator. And you do the same thing with the bottoms. You multiply the bottoms or the denominators for your new denominator. And then step 3, always in fractions at the end, they always say to simplify it. I don't know if have we reduced fractions already?
No.
So the beauty of this is this. There's nothing easier than multiplying fractions because all you're going to do is multiply across. 1 times 3 is 3. Multiply across 2 times 4 is 8. And 1/4 times 3/4, or 1/2 times 3/4 is 3/8. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now the other thing you need to remember is this, okay, because I'll have at least 2 or 3 of you ask me this question because you don't know how to do it. Here's an example problem. The book will say, what is 3/4 of 1/2? What is 3/4 of 1/2? Okay. Please know this. 98.653% of the time in math, if you see the word of, in math, the word of is always multiplication.
Really?
Yep.
It looks like more like division.
It would seem that way, but that's not what it is. Of is multiplication. So right here where you see 1/3 of 1/2, that is 3, I'll find a place where this writes, 3/4 times 1/2. Half of 3/4. Just like when I say, if I ask you what's half of 8, what is half of 8? 4. It's 1/2 times 8 is 4. 1/2 times 8 over 1 is 8. 1/2 of 8 is 8 over 2. And what is 8 over 2 but 4? 1/2 of 8. So this problem here, when you multiply across, you get 3 over 8. Same thing we got when we did, oh, is that the same problem we did before? Samba.
Can you go back to the last page because I missed it?
The beauty of the bicameral system, Ryan Connor, is what? The beauty of the bicameral system is
Go
what?
back to it.
It's not the bicameral system. It's a form of government we use. Do you know about the great? Don't you know about the Great Compromise?
Bring that up right now. Is that?
Well, because it seems to be appropriate at this point that we reflect upon our government and the beauty of the country we live in.
Go to social studies. I think we should go to social
Well, just in case somebody asks you, children, the bicameral system, bi meaning 2, cameral meaning houses. Our government has 2 quote-unquote houses, one of them being the House of Representatives, the other being the Senate, because see children, the House of Representatives is based on a population thing. Illinois gets a lot of representatives in the House of Representatives because it has a big population. However, the Senate is based on every state gets 2 senators. So the House of Representatives is based on population. The Senate is based basically on you get 2 no matter what. That way the small states don't get excluded with the big states.
Like Texas and.
Small states have the equal amount of say in the Senate as the big states do. I'm sorry, Ryan had a question.
Well, this is 4-period math class, not 8 period.
That wasn't what you were gonna say before. And we don't go by periods. Do we actually have 8 periods? What are you, in high school?
We have 9.
Lunch is what period then?
30. 4-period is 6 period.
Every period is social studies period.
No, it's not. John said it.
Wait, Ryan had a question about my X.
How you add that little dashy thing, it looks like it squats a top.
No, that's if you have the little long things there. And I don't, mine go across, never would I, this looks more like the X you'll find on most pirate ship maps. Treasure. Let me give you one to try here, and it's not that difficult there. How about this problem? Write this down and see if you can get this. Half of the students were girls.
Yay! But that means the other half is boys.
One third of the girls wore
Aliens.
red shirts.
British? You're British! Yes! That's British! That's the number. He's blue. He's British. I'm blue.
Fifth grade, have I told you the stories about when classes are not allowed to talk at all?
No.
You're getting close to experiencing that firsthand. What fraction of the students what fractions of the students are girls wearing red shirts?
Did you make up this story?
No, because half of the students are.
I don't get it. I don't wear red.
Okay, if you take a look at this problem here, half of the students are girls.
So there's 100 of them?
Half of the students are girls. Now here is the key words, listen carefully. Half of the students are girls, so we know half of the students in the class are girls, so 1 out of every 2. Right here. 1/3 of the girls wore red shirts. Do you see this thing right here?
Yes.
1/3 of the girls, half were the girls, 1/3 of it, or I guess I could put the 1/3 first, 1/3 of the girls wore red shirts. What fraction were girls that wore red shirts? Is just those 2 times themselves.
I got that answer. 6.
Good job, Alex. You did it. Good job, Alex. You did it.